Did you know one book could save you 1 year or more of your life? Reading is so important for your development and growth as a person. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you should read every day. Hey there! Welcome to another video from the Good Life Club channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the importance of reading. Now, if you're like most people, you probably think that reading isn't all that important, but I'm here to tell you that reading can change your life for the better in more ways than one. So stick around and I'll share with you the reasons why you should read every day. Books are one of the oldest ways of transmitting ideas still relevant today. The only way of learning ancient people's language is through textbooks that have managed to survive to this day. Some people have already gone through what you are going through and wrote how they overcome those obstacles. Without the transportation of information, cultures, traditions, and even history would be gone forever. So, in a matter of speaking, information can be preserved in books. So, let's talk about the benefits of reading every day and how to build that habit. Stick to the end of this video to learn more. Number 1. Reading increases your vocabulary. Reading books by different authors can somehow help us adapt our writing style. We manifest their ideas and psychology using our language. Books can also impact mainstream media by setting trends. In 2013, John Green's book dominated the public. His works got adapted into movies, and quotes from his book are printed everywhere. I'm pretty sure you have heard of "Okay, okay." And I bet that you can still remember the impact it left on millions of people a few years ago. With that said, you can be influenced by the author's use of language. Take the opportunity to expand your vocabulary every time you read. When you find yourself having a hard time deciphering the meaning of the words, get a pen and a piece of paper. Jot down every word you found in the book that you find complicated. Knowing 5 to 10 new words a day can soon compound into a beautiful set of vocabulary which you can then use to express yourself. Remember, increasing your vocabulary means you'd have the right words to get your point across. Number 2. Reading exercises your brain. In the second part on the importance of reading, I'm going to use note-taking as an analogy as to why reading stimulates your brain. Pam Mueller of Princeton and Daniel Oppenheimer, a group of researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles, decided to test the effects of handwriting or typing notes on students' learning abilities in a series of 2 experiments to investigate which medium is advantageous for taking notes. In the first study, a group of college students was instructed to attend the same lectures while using their standard note-taking techniques to capture key material. A half-hour later, the participants took a test based on the lecture material. Mueller and Oppenheimer were curious to see how well the students could retain information that would give them a greater comprehension of the subject. The results show that even though both groups had learned the same amount of information from the lectures, the laptop users fared much worse when evaluated on ideas. According to the Association for Psychological Science, the students using laptops were more likely to take detailed notes, which can be useful to learning. However, because they were more likely to take verbatim notes, the advantages seemed to be offset by this mindless transcription. Needless to say, the more effort you put into acquiring knowledge, the more you'll remember it. Ask yourself to take some time off every day to read for at least 10 minutes, instead of buying ebooks and listening to podcasts. While those are good too, more on them later. Take your time and effort to create a library in your home, full of books that you are genuinely interested to read. This can also become a habit that can help you become more disciplined. Choosing to read instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media can recharge your brain for the next set of projects at work or in school. Number 3. We become more connected through reading. Number 2 was a mouthful, don't you think? Well, then let me briefly explain to you why we become more empathetic and understanding when we prefer to read instead of wasting our time on social media. We connect through words. Our species are the type to express our emotion of anger by shouting about how something trivial got us worked up. When we learn new words every day, it helps us find more words to express our intentions. Why do we do this? It is to show our side to not be misinterpreted. Reading can let us see the ideas of others. With that said, we become empathetic and more understanding of other people's emotions because we read someone's ideas for a few minutes every day. By doing so, we are allowing ourselves to look at a situation from multiple perspectives. Number 4. Improve yourself. Here in the Good Life Club, we pay great attention to researching the best ways to evolve into better versions of ourselves. Just like in reading, you can learn a lot just by following a protagonist's journey and learning from their struggles without actually experiencing it firsthand. If fiction is not your niche, you can also invest in non-fiction that likes to mention the main character's upbringing and resolve. If you are finding yourself having burnout syndrome, I suggest that you start visiting libraries and bookshops to browse through books that genuinely interest you. Then, find the time to get yourself a copy and start reading it, little by little, bit by bit. Self-motivation is not always attainable in real life. However, whether you are a student or a professional, you must constantly push yourself to achieve better. The self-help books serves as a sort of motivational force. Psychiatrists advise patients to begin the day by reading a few pages of a book of inspirational sayings about philosophy or self-improvement. Number 5. Relax your brain by reading. After a long day, getting home from work and collapsing into your couch can recharge your body. It indicates that when you are home, your muscles should be relaxed and stop worrying about work. But it is not always the case for our minds. Reading a few minutes after you settled can help you relax and ease down at the end of the day. It can regulate your heart rate and ease your brain from overworking. This can help so many people with mental struggles, as this can be their form of meditation. When you work for hours on end, your brain tries to look for ways that can help you de-stress. Most people would go through social media and scroll until they eventually fall asleep. You know why it's called For You page, right? But that is not essentially resting. Social media does not charge your mental energy. It just distracts it to not stress anymore. You may feel at ease when you open Instagram or watch TikTok videos, but that is only because you are distracted from the stress of work. Eventually, when it is time to work again, you don't have the mental effort anymore. As long as you pick a genre that keeps your attention, reading a book can be a terrific method to transport oneself. I wholeheartedly concur with the statement that you can lose yourself in a good book. There will always be books that disappoint you, but once you find some authors who can delight you, their writings usually serve as escapes from the monotonous monotony of daily life. Remember to take it at your own pace. You don't have to conform to the trends of buying 800-page books when you are a newbie reader. You can start by reading as little as 10 minutes a day and gradually increase the time. Choose books that can interest you, and when you find yourself in a situation when you are not allowed to read books, invest in audiobooks and podcasts. I hope you liked this video. Tell us in the comment section about one book you have read that changed your life or a book you want to read. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Be great and live your best life.